Hi, and welcome to Shameless Product Placement on Today with Paul. Today, before we start our episode though, it would be remiss of me if I did not acknowledge the events that happened on September 11th, 2001, the second time that our nation, since becoming a country, had been attacked on its own soil. And so what I'd like to do is just have a brief moment of silence and tribute and respect for all the victims, the everyday heroes, first responders. Thank you. Thank you very much. But our product today just so happens to be one I mentioned in a recent kitchen corner, and I'm very happy to bring to you MAAS polish. The website, their actual website, was not very helpful in aiding me in a creation date, although I will admit from what I've seen from the creator's photo that she probably created this in the mid-'80s based on the hairstyle, I'll say that. Just so happens to be a really great metal polish. It comes in more so a cream kind of form, as we're going to see here in a little while. So we're going to show you the rest of this package here. It shows you all the metals that you can polish. It shows you that it's multi-use. And then also, here's any more information on the box that you might just like. And just so you see how it comes, we got the little box here, opens like a decent little flap type deal. There's a lot less in there than in the bulk of the package would suggest, which is fine because you're not going to be using this too often or too much. Well, I hope not too often, because a lot of times I find using it in rust removal and or just for instance on a motorcycle, if you have a passenger happens to get their shoe, wearing a pair of tennis shoes maybe or something, and they just so happen to put their shoe on your pipe while it's nice and hot. That'll work for that too. It'll get some gunk off some things as well. So there you go with that. Go ahead and set that to the side. What I'm going to show you here is our little example that we're going to go ahead and polish up for you today. This is my little brass hog that had been hanging around with me literally for a few years, and useful for hanging towels on or jackets, that sort of thing, with his cute little ears there and all that. Just for giggles, I'll show you the inside of this brass piece. So you can see I've polished the outside before, but you touch this brass enough times, anybody who lives in the near a brass statue in our area, just so happens to be Abraham Lincoln, you know that it'll tarnish fairly quickly, and a lot of times you'll notice on the nose of something, if people touch it enough, it'll kind of shine back up. But first thing we're going to do is I already got an open thing of MAAS here. You can see that all these indentations and such, that's really wrinkly because it's a nice firm metal outer casing with a twist top on it. And then this is actually a puncture for the inner hole that we're going to reveal here. And so there you go. You got a little shot of that, a little bit of, kind of like a light creamy color there. And so what we're going to do here is I'm going to set this down for a minute. What you're actually going to want is you're going to want to use a glove. And I'm only telling you, it's not like I got delicate hands, if you will. I mean, I work in the kitchen every day. But this stuff is not as easy to wash off. I mean, it's more on the greasy kind of level and it's going to get real dark on this. It's not going to stay this nice creamy color the whole time. It's going to darken up, and because what's going to actually do is it's going to remove the impurities of the metal. So it's going to darken up as we keep buffing it on. So it's going to be one of those deals where you probably have fast orange on hand if you're going to go ungloved, so that you can get that off real easy. But that's why I prefer the glove, because I really don't want to have to carry another product on hand and well, this is another product, but hey, it's easier, why not? So here we go, we got our little rag here, and we're just gonna do a little dab of Dia, literally, just a little dab of Dia. There you go, nice little shot of that. Here we go with our old brass pig here, and we're gonna get it on the nose, and we're just gonna buff and buff and buff. Now let's see, yeah, you can kind of see where, you know, it gets cleaning it up a little bit already. Might be a little hard to tell since I've got you know, this compound on the black rag, but as you can tell, it's certainly not a creamy color anymore. I think there's a little bit more of a dull matte kind of color on there, but we're gonna buff just a little bit more. Just see if we can give you a good, nice example of how beautiful this will make things turn out. Oh yeah, I can see that kind of coming back to life already. Now what I've also got over here is I got a nice little buffing rag. So, you know, if you're good enough about it, you're gonna go ahead and keep a portion of your rag clean anyways, you know, if you're lucky. But, you know, just for demonstration purposes, let's make sure that we get the end product as we want it on camera. How about that? So we're just gonna go ahead and buff it off, clean it up if you will. Just that easy. And the more you rub this stuff, I mean, actually the better it works. I mean, you can get things so shiny, you're gonna need your sunglasses when you look at it. So how about that? Well, you see there, oh yeah, that's looking pretty right there. This brass hog has not looked that nice in a long time. So anyways, we'll go ahead and put this guy down as pretty as he is. And we're gonna go ahead and go back to the old package here. But what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna go over to MAAS, that's MAAS, Inc.com for any more information you want. And I'm gonna let you know that on street price, you're kind of lucky to find this cheaper than the website, because on average it's anywhere between $6 and $14 for a 4-ounce container like this, and that's even street price. So I mean, it really is, I do believe $13.95 on the MAAS Inc. website. So I don't know, check your shipping options, that sort of thing, see what the best deal is for you. But I want to thank you for sharing, liking, and subscribing as always. And of course, I'll catch you next time. Peace.